Hi, this is MTV214. Thanks for stopping by the channel. This is a book I just finished. It's called Mama's Last Hug, Animal Emotions, What They Tell Us About Ourselves by Frans De Waal. I got this maybe about a month ago. I got to reading it this past like 10 days, 11 days ago I started reading it, so it took about 11 days. Very interesting book. It goes on to show about different animals and that they have emotions sort of like people do. The brains of animals and people are a similar setup, so that goes to show physiologically that they would have thoughts, emotions sort of like people, but they don't have language like they do. They do express themselves. And the author, the scientist, goes to explain the difference between feelings or emotions. You can feel happy, but your emotion, feeling happy, is that you smile. So it's sort of different. The feeling is the internal state. The emotion is how you display, express it. So in this, Mama is the matriarch in a group of chimpanzees that Frans De Waal was studying, and there's politics with chimpanzee groups like there are with people in a way, with who's the leader, dominance, fighting for authority to be the one in charge, and how Mama was the matriarch. So there's the males, alpha male in power, but the females have some power too and say, but defending males, and that there's even murder sort of could be described of in chimpanzee groups, that one chimpanzee tries to take has some ones that are their supporters and trying to help him to rise to the top, and others don't like it, that there could be a fight come up which could lead to that one being killed and beat up brutally and die from their wounds of their legs, their arms, their genitals being attacked and mutilated as well, and loss of blood and laceration. So very, very tough. It's not easy, but there also is a positive side to the societies of chimpanzees and other animals, that you don't don't go blindly okay, I'm gonna do whatever I want. If they like some female, they would try and get with her when there isn't the alpha male around, so they can get what they want, but they not mess up with the hierarchy, the social order, and how there is with people. There's social order with relationships and so many other things. There's a social order even with chimpanzees and other animals as well. And it goes to show about with having pet rats, and studies with the rats were done that they feel enjoyment and pleasure and different things. A rat has their person, owner, caregiver, and that you pet your pet rat, that they enjoy that, and then they'll seek out your hand and come to you for one affection, attention. So even rats, which people think of as a pest in a way, but people have as pets, that which might be a kind of different rat. I'm not exactly sure, but animals definitely do feel emotions. He goes on to say about with even his fish that he has as pets, that he has two fish ponds, and they so one of them has a fish that it got caught in a net to protect it from birds and other predators going in to eat the fish. So one of the goldfish in it got stuck in the net and was squirming, and could have been hours, that was trying to get loose and trapped. And he went and rescued the fish, and the other fish were scared of that, so it was about a week that they basically stayed like hiding, like, you know, at the bottom of the pond and, like, you know, out of the way. And there's another fish pond that has that those fish, they're in a different pond, yet they were still having the same reaction to, like, you know, hide and stay away from that area, even though it's a different area. And then he figured out, oh, it's two different ponds, but they share the same filter, so it's probably, like, you know, some chemical thing, that the chemical stress relief that the fish let out, that the other fish is, like, you know, it's a signal to them, okay, like, danger, danger, avoid this area. So that's why and it, like, traveled through the water. That's why the one from the other pond felt the same way, or, like, you know, fear, and, like, you know, this is danger zone, to avoid it. So animals definitely communicate. Like, I have cats myself, and I can see that my cats have their own personalities. One of them, she likes to watch television, if you could believe that. That she'll go and tug at my family's shirt, look at him, look at the TV, look at him, look at the TV, basically saying, please put my show on now. And another one will meow a certain way, or, like, you know, do different things that want to see her outside friend cat that comes, and the cats, like, literally, like, talk to each other. One of my inside cats with the outside cat that we take care of as well. So also she, like, speaks a different way if she wants to go out. Well, I mean, like, wants to get a drink of water from the sink. And my other cat communicates her own way too, like how they wake me up in the morning. Even the one that likes to see her outside friend cat, that she'll go, like, knock over knickknacks and stuff in my bedroom to wake me up, while the other cat that likes to watch TV, I wake up and she's been meowing in my face. So I wake up, she's right in my face, looking, like, eye to eye with me to wake me up. And the other cat, she'll scratch at the door. So, like, you know, cats, people, chimpanzees, all sort of animals have their own different ways of communicating, and, like, emotions, social hierarchy, and, like, you know, our physiology is, we look different, but, like, a fish feels pain and emotions in a way like people do. Like, you know, our brains have differences, but, like, you know, there's a similar like, overarching similarity with, like, vertebrate animals. Even animals that aren't vertebrates feel emotions in a way, which is interesting, that, like, you know, science is looking into this and, like, researching and, like, putting evidence in that. Like, you know, it's like, oh, of course animals feel, but, like, they're actually, like, finding, like, evidence that this is true, that, like, animals have feelings and thoughts and plan out of what they're gonna do based on their, like, past experiences, and then thinking, okay, with my past experiences, this would be a better option than this, and different things. So it's definitely an interesting book. I definitely would suggest checking it out and looking into, like, you know, how animals and people have similarities, and, like, you know, care for our Mother Earth, the planet, the other humans, other animals, and this is our one world, and to take care of it's important, and to care for all the creatures. Like, you know, we all matter, and, like, everything is intertwined. So it's definitely something to think about. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment, like, share. Have a great Memorial Day weekend. Thanks to the veterans who have sacrificed for our freedoms in America. Take care. Good night.